Step into the shadowy world behind the bright capes and heroic deeds, as we unravel the eerie and heartbreaking tales of the 17 members of the legendary Superman cast who met tragic and untimely ends. This isn't just a story about Hollywood stars. It's a deep dive into the mysterious and often chilling events that claimed the lives of those who brought the Man of Steel to life. From unexplained accidents to the darkest of Hollywood secrets, discover how these stars, who once soared high on screen, faced real-life battles that would ultimately end in tragedy. Prepare yourself for a journey through the cursed legacy of Superman that has left an indelible scar on the world of entertainment. Christopher Reeve portrayed Superman, the iconic superhero, in the 1978 film Superman and its sequels. Reeve's portrayal of Superman and his alter ego, Clark Kent, became the definitive depiction of the character for many fans. His performance captured the hero's strength, integrity, and humanity, making him a beloved figure in popular culture. Reeve's life took a dramatic turn on May 27, 1995, when he was thrown from his horse during an equestrian competition in Culpeper, Virginia. The accident resulted in a severe spinal cord injury that left him paralyzed from the neck down. Reeve required a wheelchair and a ventilator to breathe for the rest of his life. Despite his paralysis, Reeve became a passionate advocate for spinal cord injury research and disability rights. He founded the Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation, which focused on advancing research and improving the quality of life for people living with paralysis. In the years following his accident, Reeve faced numerous health challenges. He developed frequent infections, including a serious one caused by a bedsore in October 2004. This infection led to sepsis, a life-threatening condition that occurs when the body's response to infection causes widespread inflammation. On October 9, 2004, Reeve went into cardiac arrest at his home in Pound Ridge, New York, and fell into a coma. He passed away the following day, October 10, 2004, at the age of 52, at a hospital near his home. His death was attributed to heart failure, a complication arising from the infection and his long-term health issues related to his paralysis. Reeve's passing marked the end of a life that had been both extraordinarily inspiring and profoundly challenging. Trevor Howard played the First Elder, one of the Kryptonian leaders, in the 1978 film Superman. The First Elder was part of the council that sentenced General Zod and his followers to the Phantom Zone, setting the stage for future conflicts in the Superman saga. Trevor Howard's later years were marked by significant health issues. He was a heavy drinker, and his alcohol consumption eventually took a toll on his liver. Howard developed cirrhosis of the liver, a condition where the liver becomes severely scarred and loses its ability to function properly. This condition led to various complications, including jaundice and fluid retention. Despite his declining health, Howard continued to work until he was no longer able to. He passed away on January 7, 1988, at the age of 74, at his home in Arkley, London. His death was attributed to complications from cirrhosis of the liver, which had progressively worsened over time, ultimately leading to his demise. Marlon Brando portrayed Jor-El, Superman's father, in the 1978 film Superman. Jor-El was a wise and noble scientist from the planet Krypton who sent his infant son, Kal-El, to Earth to save him from Krypton's impending destruction. Brando's performance added gravitas to the role, making Jor-El a memorable and pivotal character in the Superman saga. In his later years, Marlon Brando faced numerous health challenges. He struggled with obesity, which exacerbated other health issues such as diabetes and congestive heart failure. Brando also suffered from chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, a condition that made breathing increasingly difficult. In 2004, he was admitted to a Los Angeles hospital with a rare respiratory disease. Despite medical efforts, his condition continued to deteriorate. Brando passed away on July 1, 2004, at the age of 80, at the UCLA Medical Center. His death was attributed to lung failure, a culmination of his long battle with respiratory and heart issues. In his final days, Brando was reportedly dependent on an oxygen tank and faced significant financial difficulties, adding to the challenges of his declining health. Phyllis Thaxter portrayed Ma Kent, Superman's adoptive mother, in the 1978 film Superman. Ma Kent was a nurturing and supportive figure, providing Clark Kent with a loving home and instilling in him the values that would guide him as Superman. In her later years, Phyllis Thaxter faced significant health challenges. She was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, a progressive neurological disorder that affects memory and cognitive function. Thaxter battled this debilitating condition for 8 years, during which her health and quality of life gradually declined. Alzheimer's disease led to increasing memory loss, confusion, and difficulty with daily activities. Despite the support of her family, the disease took a severe toll on her. Thaxter passed away on August 14, 2012, at the age of 92, at her home in Longwood, Florida. Her death was attributed to complications from Alzheimer's disease. She was cremated, and her ashes were scattered in Maine, reflecting her connection to her home state. Ned Batty portrayed Otis, the bumbling and loyal henchman of Lex Luthor, in the 1978 film Superman and its sequel Superman 2. Otis was a comedic character, providing a contrast to the more serious and menacing Lex Luthor. Batty's performance brought humor and charm to the role, making Otis a memorable part of the Superman films. In his later years, Ned Batty faced several health challenges. He was diagnosed with multiple health issues, including heart disease and diabetes, which required ongoing medical attention. Despite these challenges, Batty continued to work and remained active in the entertainment industry. He passed away on June 13, 2021, at the age of 83, at his home in Los Angeles. His death was attributed to natural causes, and he was surrounded by family and loved ones at the time of his passing. Batty's long career and enduring presence in film and television left a lasting legacy, even as his health declined in his final years. James Garbutt portrayed the Fifth Elder, a member of the Kryptonian Council, in the 1978 film Superman. The Elders were responsible for the trial and sentencing of General Zod and his followers, setting the stage for the conflicts that would unfold in the Superman saga. James Garbutt lived a long and varied life, but his later years were marked by health challenges. He suffered from a series of age-related ailments, including heart disease and respiratory issues. These conditions required ongoing medical attention and significantly impacted his quality of life. Garbutt passed away on April 5, 2020, at the age of 94, in Kingston upon Thames, Surrey. His death was attributed to natural causes, reflecting the culmination of his long battle with multiple health issues. Despite his declining health, Garbutt remained active in his community and continued to engage with his passions until his final days. Margo Kelley portrayed Lois Lane, the intrepid reporter for the Daily Planet and Superman's love interest, in the 1978 film Superman and its sequels. Lois Lane was a strong, independent character, known for her determination and bravery, often finding herself in perilous situations that required Superman's intervention. Margo Kelley's later years were marked by significant mental health challenges. She was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, a condition characterized by extreme mood swings, including manic and depressive episodes. In 1996, Kelley experienced a highly publicized manic episode that left her homeless for a time. Despite receiving treatment and becoming an advocate for mental health awareness, she continued to struggle with her condition. On May 13, 2018, at the age of 69, Kelley was found dead at her home in Livingston, Montana. The Park County Coroner's Office later confirmed that her death was the result of a self-inflicted drug and alcohol overdose. This tragic end highlighted the ongoing battle she faced with her mental health and the impact it had on her life. Jackie Cooper played Perry White, the gruff and no-nonsense editor-in-chief of the Daily Planet, in the 1978 film Superman and its sequels. Perry White was a key figure in Clark Kent's life, providing guidance and support as Clark navigated his dual identity as Superman. Cooper's portrayal of Perry White was both authoritative and endearing, making the character a beloved part of the Superman franchise. Jackie Cooper's later years were marked by a gradual decline in health. He suffered from complications related to old age, including heart disease and respiratory issues. Despite these challenges, Cooper remained active in the industry for as long as his health allowed. He passed away on May 3, 2011, at the age of 88, at a convalescent home in Santa Monica, California. His death was attributed to complications from old age, and he was surrounded by family at the time of his passing. Cooper's long and varied career, from child star to respected actor and director, left a significant impact on the entertainment industry. Larry Hagman portrayed the Major, a minor role in the 1978 film Superman. Hagman was best known for his iconic roles in television series such as I Dream of Jeannie and Dallas, where he played the infamous J.R. Ewing. In his later years, Larry Hagman faced significant health challenges. He had a long history of alcoholism, which led to cirrhosis of the liver. In 1995, he underwent a life-saving liver transplant. Despite this, he continued to struggle with health issues. In 2011, Hagman was diagnosed with stage 2 throat cancer, which he publicly announced and began treatment for. Unfortunately, his health continued to decline, and he was later diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia. Hagman passed away on November 23, 2012, at the age of 81, at Medical City Dallas Hospital. His death was attributed to complications from acute myeloid leukemia, marking the end of a long battle with multiple health issues. Harry Andrews portrayed the Second Elder, a member of the Kryptonian Council, in the 1978 film Superman. The Elders were responsible for the trial and sentencing of General Zod and his followers, setting the stage for the conflicts that would unfold in the Superman saga. Harry Andrews faced significant health challenges towards the end of his life. He suffered from a series of heart attacks, which severely impacted his health. These heart attacks led to a decline in his overall well-being, and he was hospitalized multiple times for related complications. Andrews also dealt with respiratory issues, which further exacerbated his condition. On March 6, 1989, at the age of 77, Harry Andrews passed away at his home in Salehurst, East Sussex. His death was attributed to complications from the heart attacks he had suffered, which ultimately led to his passing. Andrews was buried next to his partner of 30 years, fellow actor Basil Hoskins, reflecting their long-term relationship. Glenn Ford portrayed Pa Kent, Superman's adoptive father, in the 1978 film Superman. Pa Kent was a kind and wise farmer who instilled strong moral values in young Clark Kent, shaping him into the hero he would become. In his later years, Glenn Ford faced numerous health challenges. He suffered a series of strokes in the 1990s, which significantly impacted his health and mobility. These strokes led to a decline in his overall well-being, and he was hospitalized multiple times for related complications. Ford also struggled with heart disease, which further exacerbated his health issues. On August 30, 2006, at the age of 90, Glenn Ford passed away at his home in Beverly Hills, California. His death was attributed to a cerebrovascular infarction, a type of stroke where the blood supply to part of the brain is reduced or halted, leading to the death of brain tissue. This condition, combined with his long-standing heart problems, ultimately led to his passing. Maria Schell played Vonda, one of the Kryptonian Elders, in the 1978 film Superman. Vonda was part of the council that sentenced General Zod and his followers to the Phantom Zone, a decision that had far-reaching consequences in the Superman saga. Maria Schell's later years were overshadowed by declining health and personal struggles. In 1991, she attempted suicide, an event that marked the beginning of a series of health issues. Schell suffered repeated strokes, which significantly impacted her quality of life. Her final public appearance was in 2002 at the premiere of her brother Maximilian's documentary film My Sister Maria. She lived reclusively in her home in Carinthia, Austria, where she continued to battle her health problems. On April 26, 2005, at the age of 79, Maria Schell passed away from pneumonia. Her death was the culmination of years of health struggles, including the lasting effects of her strokes and the emotional toll of her earlier suicide attempt. William Russell portrayed the Eighth Elder, a member of the Kryptonian Council, in the 1978 film Superman. The Elders were responsible for the trial and sentencing of General Zod and his followers, setting the stage for the conflicts that would unfold in the Superman saga. William Russell lived a long and varied life, but his later years were marked by health challenges. He suffered from a series of age-related ailments, including heart disease and respiratory issues. These conditions required ongoing medical attention and significantly impacted his quality of life. Russell passed away on June 3, 2024, at the age of 99, in London, England. His death was attributed to natural causes, reflecting the culmination of his long battle with multiple health issues. Despite his declining health, Russell remained active in his community and continued to engage with his passions until his final days. Lee Quigley played Baby Kal-El, the infant version of Superman, in the 1978 film Superman. Although his role was brief, it was significant as it depicted the early moments of Superman's journey from Krypton to Earth. Tragically, Lee Quigley's life was cut short at a very young age. He grew up in an unstable home environment and faced bullying at school, which contributed to his struggles. Quigley began experimenting with inhalant abuse, a dangerous practice of inhaling volatile substances to achieve a high. This habit led to severe health complications. On March 10, 1991, at the age of 14, Lee Quigley passed away in Eastbourne, England. His death was attributed to solvent abuse, making him one of the youngest and most tragic victims associated with the so-called Superman curse. Susanna York played Lara, Superman's biological mother, in the 1978 film Superman and its sequels. Lara was a compassionate and wise character, who, along with her husband Jor-El, made the heart-wrenching decision to send their son to Earth to save him from Krypton's destruction. Susanna York's later years were marked by a battle with cancer. She was diagnosed with advanced bone marrow cancer, a condition that affects the production of blood cells and can lead to severe complications. Despite undergoing surgery and treatment, the cancer progressed rapidly. In her final days, York's health deteriorated quickly, and she was admitted to a hospital in London. She passed away on January 15, 2011, at the age of 72. Her death was attributed to complications from bone marrow cancer. York's passing was a significant loss, as she had been a prominent figure in film, television, and theater throughout her career. John Hollis played the Fourth Elder, another member of the Kryptonian Council, in the 1978 film Superman. The Elder's decision to banish General Zod and his followers to the Phantom Zone was a pivotal moment in the film, highlighting the gravity of their roles. John Hollis faced significant health challenges in his later years. He was diagnosed with heart disease, a condition that progressively worsened over time. Hollis also suffered from complications related to diabetes, which further impacted his overall health. Despite these challenges, he continued to work and remained active in the entertainment industry for as long as his health allowed. Hollis passed away on October 18, 2005, at the age of 77, in London, England. His death was attributed to complications from heart disease and diabetes, which had severely affected his health in his final years. Robert Henderson portrayed the second editor in the 1978 film Superman. Although his role was minor, it contributed to the bustling newsroom environment of the Daily Planet, adding to the film's dynamic setting. In his later years, Robert Henderson faced significant health challenges. He suffered from a series of age-related ailments, including heart disease and respiratory issues. These conditions required ongoing medical attention and significantly impacted his quality of life. Henderson passed away on September 9, 1985, at the age of 80. His death was attributed to complications from his long-standing health issues, reflecting the culmination of a prolonged battle with multiple ailments. Despite his declining health, Henderson remained active in his community and continued to engage with his passions until his final days. Alan Tilvern played the second controller, a minor role in the 1978 film Superman. Tilvern was known for his tough guy roles in various films and television series, often portraying characters with a strong presence. Alan Tilvern's later years were marked by health challenges typical of advanced age. He suffered from various age-related ailments, which required ongoing medical attention. Despite these challenges, Tilvern continued to be active in his career until the late 1980s. He passed away on December 17, 2003, at the age of 85, in London, England. His death was attributed to natural causes, reflecting the culmination of a long life and career in the entertainment industry. What do you think about the deaths of the actors in Superman, and who do you miss the most among them? Leave your comments below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to see the latest videos.